Susan with Roanoke. I'm here today to talk to you about the 10 essentials of hiking. It's basically a list of supplies that it's important to carry anytime you're spending the day outside hiking. Let's get started. I've got my day pack with me that's got all these items in it. First up is illumination. So let's make sure we're carrying a headlamp or a flashlight out on the trail with us. You never know when we're going to get caught after dark, and you're going to need a headlamp or a flashlight to help you get back to the trailhead safely. Next up is insulation. Now before we go on a hike, we want to make sure we have a good idea of what the weather is. So we want to dress for the season. It's summertime now, and most folks are going to be wearing a t-shirt and shorts. But if you get caught in a rainstorm or the cool weather kicks up, we want to make sure we've got some insulating layers. So I recommend carrying at least one long sleeve layer and a rain jacket, or a poncho works really well too in case you get caught out in a storm. Next is sun protection. So I've got a ball cap on now, but often when I'm hiking, I actually like to carry a wide brim hat, sunglasses, and then also make sure I've got plenty of sunscreen on. That's going to help me protect myself from the sun anytime I'm out, especially on a long day hike and those long days of summer. Next is a first aid kit. So it's important to carry a first aid kit with you on your hike and know how to use the things that are in it. We recommend taking a basic first aid course or having someone in your group take a first aid course. There's even something called a wilderness first aid course that takes you through different types of backcountry emergencies and tells you how to deal with them specifically for being in the backcountry. Next up is water. Especially important all time of the year, but especially in summer. I want to make sure we have enough water for the trails and the length of time that we're going to be hiking. So a couple liters of water is a great idea. I also like to carry a way to treat water. So in case I run out of water and I come across a stream, I want to carry, I carry a filter that all I have to do is fill up my water bladder, and then from the fastest, cleanest water I can find in a nice mountain stream, attach my filter to it, and then I can drink right through the filter for that nice clean water. Want to make sure we've got plenty of food for the day, so I usually carry things like bars, dried fruit, make sure I have enough food for myself, and then I also carry a little extra food in case anybody in my group might need a little extra food to get us through the day. Just like we want to check the weather before we go, we also want to make sure we know the area we're hiking, or at least done some research for that. So I think it's a good idea to have a map of the area, and then also know how to use a compass. Things on the map we're looking for are like distance, terrain, elevation. All those things will help us plan a good hike and make sure we're prepared for the hiking that we're going to be doing. If you don't have those skills, there's usually a lot of great online resources, and sometimes communities often offer classes in how to read a map and compass if you're not sure of those skills. Next up is an emergency shelter. Got a couple options here. Got an emergency bivy sack. It's basically like a lightweight sleeping bag that I can unroll and crawl into and help offer me a little protection overnight if I get caught in a storm or something like that. There's an emergency blanket that I can wrap around myself, as well as a trash bag that I can poke some holes for the head and the arms and offer myself a little bit of weather protection in the event of an emergency. Next up is tools. Some things I like to carry is either a pocket knife or a multi-tool. My multi-tool's got a pocket knife in it, tweezers, pliers, various types of screwdrivers I can use to help fix things if needed. A whistle is a great survival tool. If I get separated from the group or I get lost, can be a good way to signal for help. And lastly, I like to carry a little bit of parachute cord. Having about 40 to 50 feet of parachute cord can be helpful when you're trying to construct a shelter and for a lot of different other reasons. Lastly is fire building supplies. So I've got just a fire starter here that I can use, made out of wax, that when I light it, I've got a few minutes to get the fire going. And I've got a sparking tool, but a lighter also can work if you can make sure you keep it dry. I know it's not one of the 10 essentials, but I think especially in this day and age, making sure we're carrying some hand sanitizer while we're out there can also be a really good thing. Well, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 10 essentials and hope you feel more prepared the next time you go on a hike. Thanks so much.